Hey guys, it's Gamer Ahmer here. So today I have 3 Super Nintendo items that I ordered from GameStop's Deal of the Day. Now these are jam-packed full of games, so I'm really excited to open up these, see everything that's included in these special edition packages. So let's go ahead and check them out. So up first we actually have this pretty awesome Super Nintendo style game. This one actually comes with 4 games preloaded onto it. So this is the Brawlers pack. Of course this was published by Retrobit. You could also get it on their websites as well. But GameStop had an amazing deal on these. I've been eyeing these up for quite some time. And some of the games I don't have in my collection just yet. And this really is a great way to play some of these games, as I have 3 different versions and 3 different style sets that they actually made. So this one is their Brawlers pack that has these 4 Brawler style, beat 'em up style games on it. So I actually do have a couple of these in the collection. Now these were on sale for less than $20 each. I think I even paid less than $15 each for these 3 particular games. And for this deal, it's actually worth it, as some of these games on this front actually go for a good bit of money. So this one includes Rival Turf, Brawl Brothers, The Peacekeepers, and Tough Enough, which I've actually played several of these games. Test your might with the new Jaleco Brawlers pack featuring 4 side-scrolling beat-em-ups on 1 cartridge, published by Retrobit and compatible with all original or third-party Super Nintendo consoles. Are you up to the challenge? So this is a pretty cool package right here, and it comes with some extra items. It says includes exclusive sticker and button pin set. So I'm actually really looking forward to opening this up and seeing everything that's included in here. So of course it comes with this box, and then we have all of this extra stuff in here. So along with the cartridge, we actually have this instruction manual. So this is a different style than what would have came with the Super Nintendo games. But on here, it actually gives you a full rundown of each of the games and everything that's included. So it talks about Brawl Brothers, where it says people are going missing in Bayside City, and the rumors say someone conducting a shady human cloning experiment is responsible for Rick aka Hack and Doug aka Slash. The situation has become personal, especially after 3 friends from their martial arts gym get abducted. The duo set off to the enemy's secret air fortress to sort this out. These guys know all the moves from martial arts to pro wrestling throws, and they don't hesitate to use them. They're not afraid of using knives, bats, and other things they find to get the job done. And if it wasn't enough, when they get hurt, they get angry, and you really don't want to mess with them. Then, they ignore damage and hit even harder than usual. You're ready for the action. The question is, are you? So then of course it shows all of the different button configurations, especially with those pretty awesome Retrobit controllers that you can also order. And then it kind of shows everything about the main menu and different gameplay. And then we have Rival Turf up next. Look out, street scum. Here come the Brawl Brothers. They're rough, they're tough, and they're tired of the street punks that have taken over their turf. And that spells trouble for trash-talking Big Al and his mob of inner-city riffraff. Because these brothers are out to take back the streets, no matter what it takes, and they won't stop punching, kicking, and slamming until they clear the trash from every alley in America. And then once again, it shows everything on here as well. And then we have the Peacekeepers. It's the year 2015, and the most powerful organization on the planet, a company named Deutschland, Moldavia, is threatening to take over the world by genetically manipulating humans into mindless slaves and powerful monsters. So this also shows everything on here as well. And then of course on the back we have the last game featured. We have Tough Enough, Following a great war that destroys most of the Earth, Tough Enough sees 4 of the Earth's toughest people come together to do battle and earn the right to attempt to depose the mighty ruler. Gameplay is standard beat-em-up style action, featuring most of the conventions of the genre. The characters have a range of kicks, punches, and throws, and each fight at their own base. The 90-second time limit can be turned on or off. Fights are best of 3, with points awarded for each hit and overall victory. And then, of course, this special pack actually comes with a couple stickers in here. So we have this one right here for Rival Turf. It says "Like a Boss," and then it has one of the characters on here. This one is actually a really cool image. I've always liked this one. This one is for "Hey Punk, are you tough enough? Master the moves to master me." Then it has this pretty awesome imagery right here. And then, of course, we have this Super Nintendo cartridge, and I really like how they revamped it, and they didn't make it look like a regular cartridge. They actually did a little bit more to it, so it's this black cartridge with this red right here, and it actually looks really cool. And then, of course, we have this Brawlers pack, published by Retrobit, Rival Turf, Brawl Brothers, The Peacekeepers, and Tough Enough. And it even comes with this little protective dust sleeve on here that also says Retrobit. And then these last pins right here, we have this Brawlers pack pin, and it has this hand right here on it with this knuckle, like you're beating someone up, and then "Hey Punk, are you tough enough?" So this pack is definitely pretty sweet, because if you were to purchase a lot of these games individually, the last time I checked, one of the games in particular was going for over $40, and then another one was over $26, one was over $11, and then one was over $9. So to get all of these 4 pretty expensive games together, all in one for less than $15, you can't beat that price. And they originally go for around $20, $25. So that really isn't that bad if you actually want to play some of these games and you're not worried about the authenticity of the games itself. And then on to this next collection, we have this Joe and Mac Ultimate Caveman Collection, all 3 smash hits for the first time. So this one's actually really cool because I don't own these games in my collection just yet. I remember playing some of these back in the day at some friends' houses, and I love these platforming style games, and I really love the creative nature among the Joe and Mac series. So this is definitely pretty cool, as this is the Ultimate Caveman Collection. We have Joe and Mac from 1991, Congo's Caper from 1993, and Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics, and that was from 1994. This one also includes the exclusive sticker and button pin set by Retrobit. So this one is definitely pretty sweet. I'll have to open this one up. So once again, this is actually set up among the same way. So we have this pretty cool box art right there. And then of course it comes with all of this extra stuff in here. So here we actually have this instruction manual for Joe and Mac. And this actually has Joe and Mac first, and it says back in the distant past, way back, like when rock and roll was just rock and fast food was dinner you couldn't catch, lived 2 cave dudes named Joe and Mac. Whether it was dinosaur, demolition, or pterodactyl hang gliding, life for the boys was pretty cool. Cool, that is, until a bogus bunch of Neanderthal nerds crashed their village and scared off all the cave babes. Now the cave babes are out there somewhere, lost and really lonely. So what are you waiting for? It's up to Joe and Mac to get them back. So once again, this actually shows some images from the game, the controls right here, especially on this pretty cool Retrobit controller, and just some more images from the game. And then it even has Congo's Caper. Congo the monkey and his girl, Congette, were in a jungle minding their own business when a magic ruby dropped out of the sky and turned them both into half humans. To make matters worse, the ruby also spawned a demon kid who grabbed Congette and took off. Now you've got to hunt down the kid and find your girl while adapting to your new form. You'll make your way through ghost towns, pirate ships, ninja castles, and the belly of a Tyrannosaurus on your search. Once again, it has some more controls, some more images. And then we have Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics. Improving on the original Joe and Mac platformer brawler gameplay, Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics adds adventure and role-playing elements to create a brand new game experience. You can now collect coins and purchase items from the Tiki Village, such as meat to recover health or even remodel your village hut. And once again, it shows some more images right there. And then along with the instruction guide, it actually comes with this pretty awesome sticker. So we have this Tyrannosaurus, and it has this sleeping dinosaur, which is pretty awesome. And then we have this game cartridge, which once again, it shows this little dust sleeve with retro bit on here. It has this pretty cool black plastic cartridge, and then it has this red right in between here, so that's really cool. It says Joe and Mac Ultimate Caveman Collection 3-in-1 right on the front. And then we have some more pins. We have this retro bit Joe and Mac. Of course, it has both of the characters, Joe and Mac, Joe and Mac, Joe and Mac. And it just has that written right there on these little pin sets. And once again, this is really a great option, especially since some of these games are hard to find, as why I don't have them in my collection just yet. And some actually go for a pretty hefty price tag. So one of the games is showing around over $19, another one is showing over $19, and then the other one is selling for over 50 some dollars. So that is just crazy, and to get all three of them in one in this pretty awesome convenient cartridge is just so amazing, and it really helps out, especially if you're not into collecting everything, or maybe you just want to have this as more of a convenience to go ahead and play. And then this last one is actually the last one that I scored. There's actually 3 in the Super Nintendo set. So this is the Data East Classic Collection. Of course, this one comes with so many different games on here. This one actually has the most. So this one has Fighter's History, and this is more so of the second one. We have this Side Pocket, Magical Drop, and Magical Drop 2. This one, of course, comes with the exclusive sticker and button pin set as well. The Classic Collection from Data East brings you a brand new 5-in-1 cartridge for your original or third-party Super Nintendo console, published by Retrobit with you in mind. Stop searching, sit back, and enjoy these classics on one cartridge. So next up, we actually have this instruction manual for this pretty awesome cartridge. So this one actually features even more games, so this one's completely full. So we have this Fighter's History. There are 3 different gameplay modes available. CPU Battle is the traditional arcade mode that allows the player to try and complete the game by defeating all other fighters. Survival Mode allows the players to select a team of 5 to face off against another team. Versus Mode allows 2 players to go up against each other. Of course, it shows more of the button configuration and some special screen callouts as well. Then we have this other Fighter's History, which I didn't actually find too much information on it when I was looking it up. So this is actually really cool that I have this. It says Fighter's History, not even sure how to pronounce that, was released exclusively in Japan for the Super Famicom on February 17th, 1995. It was the only game in the series released exclusively for the home market. Originally planned as a port of Fighter's History Dynamite, many changes were made to the game, including the addition of a new game mode where one of the characters is the protagonist. So this is actually really cool as well to have this one exclusively on here and to be able to port it over to this version of the game is just so cool. Then of course we have this Magical Drop, sometimes referred to by native Japanese users as Magidro, is a series of puzzle games originally released in the arcade and later primarily released for several platforms such as the Neo Geo, Super Famicom, Sega Saturn, and Neo Geo Pocket Color, developed by Data East. The games are notable for being extremely fast-paced. And that's where I've actually seen a lot of these ones, is actually on the Neo Geo. So this one's really cool to have as well. Then we have Magical Drop 2. Magical Drop is played in a stack of random colored bubbles that descend from the top, and the player is defeated when a bubble hits the bottom. Bubbles can be picked up and dropped by the player's clown at the bottom, and are destroyed when 3 or more of the same color are put together on a single column. So these ones, I always love playing these certain style of these puzzle games. They were just so much fun. I even love the Bubble Bobble style games as well. Then we have this side pocket game. The main objective is to cross different USA cities and reach the predetermined scores to go ahead. But remember, you'll have only 16 balls and every error can be lethal. The game also comes with modes for 2 players with 2 variants: 2P pocket game, the traditional mode, and 2P 9-ball game, where the premise is to sink 9 balls before the other player makes them first. If you prefer, test your target in trick game, or even hear your favorite song in jukebox. So this one also has some more controls and some more images. Then along with this, it came with some more stickers. So here we actually have this Data East Classic Collection sticker, which is pretty cool. And then we have this one from this side pocket. So this is actually pretty neat as well. And onto this cartridge, once again we have this pretty cool retro bit dust cover, and we have this cartridge with the images of the different games that are featured on this Data East Classic Collection. And then onto this pin set, we have this magical with this image right here of this character, and then we have this pretty cool Fighter's History pin, which looks pretty awesome. These 5 games are often around $10 or more for most of the games featured in here, and then to have that Japanese exclusive one is just pretty awesome, as I have not been able to find that one online. So this is definitely a pretty sweet deal if you're getting all 5 of these games in one. So this was not a bad score for GameStop's deal of the day. I think I scored each of these for around $15 each. You can still get them right around that price, maybe a little bit more on some other websites as well. And these are published by Retrobit, so anywhere that carries their merchandise usually will have these on sale still. These are all compatible for your original Super Nintendo systems, along with some of the newer consoles that actually play Super Nintendo games. So these are just really cool. They're a cheaper option to get all of these games in one cartridge, and some of these are just pretty expensive, and I'm not even sure why. So this one is the Brawlers pack. It comes with 4 pretty awesome beat 'em up style games. We have Rival Turf, Brawl Brothers, The Peacekeepers, and Tough Enough. It even comes with this really cool looking video game cartridge for the Super Nintendo. It comes with 2 pins, 2 stickers, and they're just pretty awesome. Then we have this Joe and Mac collection, which comes with 3 of the games. We have Joe and Mac, Congo's Caper, and Joe and Mac 2. It comes with these pretty awesome pin sets as well. We have that sticker and that pretty awesome cartridge style that looks a lot different than your regular Super Nintendo game. And then this one comes with 5 games in it. One of them was a Japanese exclusive game, so that is just crazy. It has Fighter's History, another Fighter's History, Side Pocket, Magical Drop, and Magical Drop 2. Comes with those 2 pin sets and then the 2 stickers, and then everyone comes with this pretty awesome instruction guide that shows different button configurations of controller gameplay and the game. So that's definitely pretty neat. It even comes with a little blurb of each game so that you guys can see what you're playing. And this was just a pretty awesome score. I had to share it with you guys, and I'm curious if anyone actually has these. Which one are your favorites? And I've just learned that I was so shocked I didn't actually have some of these Joe and Mac games that are on this collection. So I actually have to add some more of those to my game collection, try and find some of the originals, as I know I have these ones, and I know I have some of these games for the Super Nintendo, but I was just shocked I didn't have these. I loved playing these ones back in the day, and I had a lot of fun. So of course, let me know what you guys think. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.